What's up, guys? Today we're going to perform surgery on a Series E 50mm lens. So today I'm going to disassemble and then de-oil the aperture blades on this Series E lens. To do this, we're going to need a couple things: extra lens cap, small Phillips screwdriver, straight and an angled pick, invaluable paint marker, alcohol 91% or higher, Q-tip, and some double-sided tape. And this is Frost King. It's for putting plastic over your windows during the wintertime. A microfiber cloth, flashlight, and a handy-dandy little container for all your tiny little parts, because there will be a couple tiny little parts. So what we're going to do is cut a length of double-sided tape, put the double-sided tape on this. There's no way to get this top retainer ring out other than with pressure. And I found that with this double-sided tape, if you put the backside, if you put a little bit of double-sided tape on the backside, and then in a counterclockwise motion, push down and turn, and it will unscrew this first retainer ring. Then below that, you're going to have to remove the filter ring. It'll have 3 screws. Unscrew those, pop them in your bucket, pull that out. Then you're going to have your front element group. That's also going to have 3 screws. Go ahead, unscrew those, pop those in there. And just pay mind, there's going to be 3 small screws and 3 long screws. I mean, they're all going to be small, but they're going to vary in lengths. So just take note, which go where when you pull them out. So then you pull your element group out, and then you're going to have 2 final screws. They're going to be Loctited in. It's really not hard to get them out, but there'll be 2 holding in your insert with all of your aperture blades. So go ahead and take those last 2 out, drop those in the box as well. Then should just pop out. So I'll go ahead and I'll take everything apart now and speed it up a little bit so you're not sitting there waiting on me, and then come back when it's time to kick ass. Before going any farther, you want to take your paint marker and somewhere inconspicuous, keep away from all your holes and whatnot, and very lightly just run on the edge and on the inside shoulder of the lens. And the reason we're doing this is because it's a pain in the dick to put it back together if everything isn't aligned. And I know this by experience. So to save ourselves some trouble, heartache, and a few tears, we're going to mark that. Now also, take note before even pulling out this this aperture insert, what we're at. We're at f/22. I'm just going to write here, f/22. Now, with the screws out, this should just pop right out. If it doesn't, you take your little corner hook thing, and on the screw holes, either in here or here, you can put this in and very gently lift up. Now, whatever you do, do not put your fingers, any of your tools, whatever, on the inside of the blades. It's going to be tempting, because when you go and you open this to one, it's like, oh, it's like a little finger hole to pull stuff out. No good. Because you can bend those blades and it'll be a catastrophe. So literally a catastrophe. But aside from that, let's pop it back. Okay, we know f/22, we have our cool little marks, and it should pop right back out. Okay. So what we're going to do is close up your aperture, take a little bit of alcohol, and you can see that there's a direction to these blades. You want to make sure that you do not go in the opposite direction. You don't want to lift the blades up. That could damage the blades. But just gently take some of your alcohol and dab it on top.
All right.
And then after you've got it saturated, go ahead and then exercise the blades in and out like this. And this is going to be tedious, but you're going to want to do it over and over again. And what you're doing here is you're taking the alcohol and you're basically pulling it in behind the ring. So this way, if there's any spots that are hanging up, that alcohol is going to kind of clean that out as well. Once you've done it a good couple times, then just very, very gently take up the extra and then flip it over. We're going to do the other side. Same thing. Be mindful of the direction of the blades. And then exercise the blades. Other areas that I would hit while this is out, this ring on the back. There's a snap ring that you can see right around here. You just want to take and very gently lift that up. And on the shoulder, once you lift this ring up, most likely you'll see on the shoulder there's some oil. So just go ahead and take your alcohol and hit that as well. Once that's sufficiently clean, assemble it, you know, keeping mind of the direction that you took it off. And then just let this sit for a good couple hours just to dry. I would take a rag and cover it over. You want to check your elements too while you have everything apart. This shoulder had some, so I had to clean that out. And it's a good time that if there is, because this isn't a sealed lens, if there is any kind of a dust or whatever in this, take your microfiber cloth, take a look, make sure that there's no oil anywhere else. So once you've gone through, checked all of your pieces and cleaned everything up, let this sit for about an hour, 2 hours, and cover it over so that it doesn't get any dust or boogies or whatever in it. Come back and then check your insert, close your aperture a couple times, and you'll notice that it should be free. It should have really no resistance, and there should be no more oil popping out on the blades. If that is the case, then you're good to go, man. You can just reassemble everything the way it came apart, and then you've got like a next to new lens. So, and that's pretty much it, guys. It's a fairly simple repair. It's really, it shouldn't be too intimidating. It's just a matter of being careful when you take everything apart. I hope this was helpful. If you guys like this video, if you could do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Also, every couple days I'm coming out with different videos. Some are like this, they're how-tos. Other are just overviews. I go out with and shoot with old film cameras and whatnot. If that's your thing, subscribe wherever the button is, and you'll get the latest and the greatest. So I guess until next time, we'll see you. Pop it in here, and then in a counterclock, man. All right.